This episode of Love Lawn is sponsored by SB Fabrication and Parts. We've also got this other chain case cover to pop on. It's got a little square section to the bolt as well, so it fits through and sits in there like so, kind of wrapping around the sprocket there. Now time will tell whether we've got that positioned correctly in this one. Looks about right, but obviously we need the holes to line up for our two bolts here. And just as a quick test, I've got my chain case cover, and it's going to sit on there like that. I'll just check the alignment. There are two holes, and it looks like we should have some success there. Still got a decal to put on here, and I need to secure the rubber around the edge. So finally, in terms of aligning that last support for the chain cover, I was trying to put the chain cover on, and I'm just having a few issues with the alignment of the two bolt holes. So what I ended up doing was just loosening off that lower nut on the handlebar on this side, just enough to get the two chain case screws in alignment. And now I'm just tightening it back up again, just being gentle with it. That's nice and snug now, and my chain case, the two points for the chain case cover are now in alignment with those two little supports. So a few final little tricks and tips, and then this mower is pretty much back together. What I've got here is, I believe it's a rubber seal. It's come from George Bonmar's as the grass seal, I think he calls it, and it just it's a little bit of an upgrade for the chain case here. It's a little sort of channel, and it sits on it's glued to the rim of your chain cover, and the intention is to keep out any grass and other debris that's going to work its way into the chain case, and potentially reduce the life of your chains and other odds and ends, but also make a mess with the lubrication that's on the chains and everything else. So the less gunk in there, the better. George supplies this in a fixed length, I guess, and there's a little bit of extra room. I'm not going to cut that off just yet. I just wanted to just get a bit of a measure here, a little bit of blue tape to hold things in place. And that's sort of what it looks like. In terms of gluing it on, you could probably use a super glue or something like that. I've got this contact adhesive from the corks that I'm going to use today. It does say that it's compatible with rubber. It does say also that it's not for use with polyethylene or polypropylene, which I believe this is not, even if it is a plastic. So I'll come back to this tail. I'm going to start on this end. You'll notice I've put the join down on the bottom of the case here, so that that's going to sort of close up nicely there, and hopefully it won't be visible elsewhere. Now this Selleys Quick Grip, this is the stinky stuff. It's not the water-based one. I think you could use the water-based if you wanted to, but it's got an instruction item here for wet bonding small areas or porous surfaces. This isn't porous, I don't think, the rubber, but it is a small area. So basically, rather than sort of putting the adhesive on both sides and then letting it set for a few minutes and then applying it via contact, I guess the thinking is that you can just pop a bit in there and clamp it. So that's the approach I'm going to take here. I got the cap off of my glue bottle, and I'm going to put a little bit just in the end here for now. And press that into place. And I'm just going to hold it with my hand for now. And it says to clamp together until dry. So I'm going to use a little clamping technique from my other hobbies, which is to just use a little bit of blue tape to hold that in place. I think that's mainly the priority. I don't think it's a pressure thing that we're chasing here. Moving on, we'll just slacken that off from the rest of the case. Already got some adhesive trying to sneak out here, so I'll get that in that little channel as best I can without making too much of a mess, and press it onto. Just smooth that along, and a little bit more tape, just with some downward pressure, a little tiny bit just to hold it in place. So that's sort of the first little length here. The main sections that I'm going to concentrate on are the corners and just sort of any big gaps in long runs along the edges, really. So try not to make too much of a mess with this stuff, as it is a bit gross. Just wipe it off before it sets up too much. There's probably a proper solvent for this stuff. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. And I'm just going to keep working around. Made it all the way around. Ended up actually putting a little thin bead of glue all the way along the length of this end of the channel. It seemed to work a little bit better. I found when I was sort of putting big globs in, it was sort of squeezing out and not really working very well, so I think this is a much cleaner looking approach as far as I can tell. And we'll just tape it off, make sure it's going to stay in place, which of course it will, while that glue goes off. Always a bit of a messy job, isn't it? Maybe worth noting as well, I've opened the garage door because this stuff stinks. I'm going overboard with the tape here, but just want to make sure this is going to set up properly. It's just the type of job I don't want to have to do twice. You don't really get a second chance at it. So what I'm going to do down here is just snip off my tail. Could probably be using a better pair of scissors. The kids' scissors. Whatever. And just pop a little bit of tape over that joint as well, and be careful when it's time to remove it. Still got a bit of flappy bits around some of these first sections that I did, so I'm just going to have a think about working a little bit more glue into them. Just going for a minimalist approach there, really. I feel this stuff starting to set up already as well, so which is not surprising. And I think that'll do it for now. We'll let that set up. It says to keep it clamped until dry. It's a warm, humid day here today in Perth, so I think we'll let it sit, come back, take the tape off, see if there's any little gaps that we need to fill in, and then that's done. You can see the sort of how that looks. I'll get the tape off and have a better look in a bit, but just pop that down there as well, just to let the weight of the chain cover add some extra pressure as well.